בבתי זיקוק.
מה זה? מה זה? אלוהים ישמור.
הצילות, תתן לי מפחד. אבל איזה פחד אלוקים. הם נופלים על הרצפה.
נופל ב100%. החתיכות של הטילים?
רצו עד עשה. לא יודע, נפל 50. לא ספרתי.
ايه ايوه نزل ايه على الجسر السيارات يا الله ايه صيدة محل سمك صيد يو تيتك فيش تيتك فيش
יוביל אותו אחורה בזמן שאנחנו מתרחקים מהנקודה, אבל כן, התמונות האלה מדברות בעד עצמן. הבית עכשיו שעולה באש.
יו, הלך הבניין. יו. אוקיי. יא בני זבונות, אני בהלם, אני בשוק, אני פאקינג בשוק. לא, זה
Primeiro dia, os iranianos conseguiram bombardear o Kiryat, a versão israelense do Pentágono.
Has been up all night, is standing by with all the details. Trey, what can you tell us?
Yeah, Laura, following that Israeli attack against Iranian nuclear facilities and top IRGC leadership overnight and into today, the Iranians have responded with 3 waves of ballistic missiles. This is Israel's version of the Pentagon, the Kiryat. And the building on this compound was just hit.
Please go back, please.
You can understand here, it's very tense at this specific location because the Iranians are now targeting the defense establishment of Israel. And so I'm going to have my cameraman pan up here to this building just across the street from the Kiryat. And so
We actually crossed
cross the red line and get involved in direct targeting of Iran, we're not going to change the outcome. I mean, the Israelis are already putting every modern American-made aircraft there is, into this conflict. You really think, when they have 300 flying, that suddenly a new carrier battle group with 75 aircraft is going to change anything? It's the same airplanes, same bombs. It's not going to have any impact. They're not going to radically, get the Iranians who've been preparing for this very scenario now for over 20 years. I mean, the Iranians are ready not just for what Israel is bringing to bear, but what the United States can bring to bear. But what will happen is that the Iranians, and I just again want to remind people that up until today, the only missiles that have been fired at Israel have been done by the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Command. That the Iranian military has not played a role because they've been held in reserve. Now they might start to get involved as they seek to bring the coup d'etat to Israel and destroy everything. But these missiles that have been held in reserve are missiles that could very well be used to target American bases. And if Trump crosses the line of departure, our bases will be destroyed, and any American military personnel there will be subject to, possible death, injury, etc. This is on the president. This is a man who promised he wasn't going to do that. But the Iranians have the capacity to strike American military facilities in the region, and they have the capacity to strike American shipping. The range of the Iranian missiles exceeds the range of the aircraft that would be called upon to strike Iran. This president is setting us up for failure.
Can Israel defend itself effectively and thoroughly on its own?
No, it's over. Israel's done. Finished. They can't even defend themselves effectively and thoroughly with all the assistance the United States is providing. And there's nothing more we can provide on the ground. The Iranians have broken the code. You simply saturate this air defense system, cause it to open itself up, then you hit the various nodes, command and control nodes, the missile nodes, and you exhaust the interceptor missiles. Right now, there's a reason why Iranian missiles are striking the ground in Israel, because Israel can't defend itself. And remember, this isn't Israel by itself. This is Israel with the full capacity of the United States military and its allies, NATO allies, brought to bear on this. There isn't anything more we can do to defend Israel. There isn't anything more we can do to defend Israel. Doing the maximum we can, and it's not working. And it's not just Israel running out of missiles. We're running out of missiles.
Are American B-2 bombers and is an American aircraft carrier on their way there?
Well, the B-2 bombers have been deployed to Diego Garcia, so they're within striking distance. They're just 2 aerial refueling sessions away from being able to attack targets in Iran, and they will probably be able to successfully attack these targets. There's everybody saying that if they use the 30,000-pound great bunker-busting bomb, that this will solve the problem of Firdos. Well, that bunker-busting bomb, best case, penetrates 50, 60 meters underground. The Firdos bunker is at least 80, 90 meters underground, so we're not even going to put a dent in it. Plus, I just want to remind people that we have used this huge, massive bunker-busting bomb against underground targets in Yemen. We used that twice last year. B-2 bombers dropping these bombs on targets. Didn't work, didn't penetrate, didn't do anything. So this will just bounce off. So we're not going to accomplish the mission, but we are going to do is get ourselves committed to resolving a problem that we now no longer have a conventional solution to. And therefore, what's next? And what's next is a B-6112 nuclear bunker-busting bomb that we'll end up having to drop. And now we have broken that nuclear taboo, and that will just unleash hell on the rest of the world. This president needs to stand down. He really needs the Pentagon to tell him exactly what the truth is. But instead, we have a Secretary of Defense, Hegseth, who allowed the U.S. military to be humiliated on the parade ground in Washington, D.C. That he should have stopped that, but he didn't. Instead, we just embarrassed ourselves around the world. And now he's getting us set up for disaster in the Middle East. Hegseth needs to be honest with the president. We can't do this, Mr. President. We don't have the capacity to do this. If you want us to engage in this, it's going to result in using nuclear weapons. It isn't going to solve anything. It's just going to make the matter worse globally. Please, Mr. President, stand down. Tell your Secretary of State / National Security Advisor to stop shilling for Israel and start representing the best interests of the United States of America. Hegseth could do this. Tulsi Gabbard could do this. She should be briefing Mr. President. There is no threat there worthy of the use of nuclear weapons. Mr. President, if this continues, Israel is going to be strategically defeated, and we will be defeated along with them. Mr. President, we need to end this war now. And the way we do it is recognize that Iran has earned the right to make certain demands. Not to have a nuclear weapon, no, but to make demands about Israel, to make demands that Israel should never again be allowed to cavort with the International Atomic Energy Agency until which time they have become signatories to Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, put their nuclear weapons program on the table. This is the direction we need to be going. This gets solved when Israel stops committing genocide in Gaza. I mean, the bottom line is, by compelling Iran to enter into this conflict decisive, Iran does get to dictate certain things getting out of this conflict.
Scott, we have 33,000 people watching us right now. Of course, that grows astronomically once this is posted, but this is the largest segment, the largest live audience that Judging Freedom has ever had in its 3.5 years of existence. Before we go, tell us about your program to bring about a normalization of relations between Russian people and American people in Kingston, New York on Wednesday.
You know, this kind of summit was envisioned during the Biden administration, when the Biden administration wasn't talking with the Russian government, and this failure to engage in, dialogue that could lead to normalization and peace was something the government wasn't able to deliver on. In fact, when I tried to do it, I just want to remind people I was supposed to go to Russia the summer of 2024 to have this very sort of summit, to create opportunities in 16 different Russian cities to bring a Russian audience and an American audience together. We had it all planned out, and then the U.S. government pulled my passport, and they sent the FBI on me, accusing me of being a Russian agent by trying to promote this kind of dialogue for peace. It's gone nowhere. They seized my computers. I have new computers. They haven't given my passport back, but I can work here in the United States. And then Trump said he wants to encourage this kind of dialogue. So here we are on Wednesday. We're going to have basically the rebirth of the Space Bridge program. 40 years ago, Phil Donahue and Vladimir Posner began a process of creating dialogue between Russians and Americans that helped bring about the peaceful end of the Cold War. And that's our goal and objective. Now, I'm not worried, but I'm here to say that when the U.S. government now has stopped engaging in this dialogue, that means that what we're doing is no longer seen as, operating in a supporting role of a larger, broader diplomatic initiative. We are now the only game in town. What we're doing on Wednesday is the only dialogue that's taking place between Americans and Russians, because the Trump administration just shut down their official channels. I don't know what this is going to mean in terms of how the U.S. government views this. Am I going to be visited by 40 more FBI agents? I don't know. I do know that YouTube has taken exception to this. I made a video, put it out on a new YouTube channel, and they pulled it, saying that apparently advocating for dialogue, normalcy, peace with the United States and Russia is a violation of their terms of service. This is the direction we don't live in a nation governed by free speech, and we don't live in a nation where peace and the pursuit of peace is the norm. It's now become the exception. But we're going to go forward, and we're going to basically put forward a template on how to do this. Maybe we're going to have to retrain the Trump administration into understanding how you go about doing meaningful dialogue. But the purpose now is to actually condition the American people to be receptive of this kind of action. So we're doing it on Wednesday. It'll stream live, and hopefully it'll happen. Maybe we'll have 40 additional guests who wear camouflage uniforms and carry guns and hold badges that say FBI and try and shut it down. I don't know. But we're going to do it anyways, because this is what has to be done if we're going to live in a nation that decides peace is better than war. And the American people need to commit to this. They need to commit to the fact that we have to have this kind of constructive dialogue. And then we set an example. We live by example. We show the government what needs to be done. And remember, the government works for us. We, the people of the United States of America, the government works for us. And so let's show the government what needs to be done. And I'm going to do that on Wednesday.
God bless you, Scott. Thank you for your time.